Oh, that was it. We are tWoTcast, episode Patreon 24. God damn it, Cat.
Wrong song, sorry.
All right, everyone shut the fuck up.
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
Hey, is that? I've never noticed that there's that much blackness at the end of that video. We should trim that off.
I really enjoy my head coming in sideways.
I'm like your wife.
Where's
Tom?
And then sneaking in. It's got a real Aqua Teen Hunger Force C-Lab 2021 feel.
You know what? You can thank our video producer, Lance.
No, I'm
who
not
makes all of that stuff for us.
No.
Thanks, Lance.
Except for this one from Taffy that I made. I'm kidding.
He can
Not gonna play it
thank
again.
me.
Hey! We gotta do the intros, goddammit.
Oh, sorry.
So, we are tWoTcast, episode 24 of Patreon. I'm Jono. You listen to Joe. Or Joe? What is Joe? I just shook. Step one, bitch.
Hey, Jono.
Hey, good night.
I'm loving this free balling it.
Yeah. And that's a good point.
Say my name so I can let the dog out.
Pajamas brought to you by I don't know who with no underwear. And
Free falling?
Study your math.
Yes.
Tom's gonna go let the dog out. Apparently.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about season 2, I guess, as a whole.
Do we have a plan for this?
No, not at all.
All right.
Not at all.
So, Tom, now that you're joining us after 7 seconds of getting up, we've got some great news for you. Spoilers ahead. We don't know what the fuck we're going to be talking about, but we're talking about season 2.
Hey, listen. Things happen.
Well, I went and refilled my whiskey. Just the 1, 2, 3 fingers of again. So,
Here's the thing. I mean, we can talk about the casting and stuff, but like, I don't know what the confirmations, what the confirmed names are, and what the unconfirmed castings are. So all I could do is pull up pictures, and we just.
Here's the other thing about casting. It's not like they cast Brad Pitt. We're going to be like, oh, let's discuss it. It's like, here's a person you've never seen before.
I mean, does the person match your brain, your brain's picture?
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
But even before season 1, everyone they showed
match your head cum of like what you think, swirling it around in a bowl, and you put your face in it. Does it match what you think?
Isn't that the deleted
think it
scene
should
you just
be?
watched?
Yeah.
For season 1, every casting we were just like,
That was just White Aja.
looks good. Looks okay.
Yeah. So obviously, at the pantheon of like, does it make sense? You want to first evaluate race. Is that right? That's what I've learned from.
Yeah, that's what we've learned from all
that's what we've learned.
of the evaluations.
The most important thing is race. The second most important thing is height. The third most important thing is hair color.
Fourth is, of course, breast size. Fifth,
yes.
Who gives a shit?
Fifth is acting ability. That comes in fifth.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how we will judge every character. And
that's what I learned on the internet.
Well, let's talk about the big casting of season 2, the big one. This guy right here.
Oh, Matt Coffin.
It's not that
how
one
do
for
you-
me.
A little too
How do
white.
you feel about way too white?
I feel that is how I feel. Honestly, that's how I feel. Like we have our Emmons Field, and honestly, we've gone back and read book 1, and we said, "Holy shit!" And there's actually a lot of conversation about, dark as dirt, that kind of thing. He's too fucking white for me. Like in a village that's been inbreeding literally for 1,000 years.
Oh, so Matt's the standout for you now.
Well, he's too white, like he was before. I said that before. Like this guy's too white, and his tits look too small.
Yeah, he has a very small breast.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
Without his hair?
I don't exactly have the internet at my fingertips here, Tom. It's not like I'm sitting at the computer.
It's fucking.
What do you think this is? I can
Blackout?
just find out how tall Donald Flynn is just
I
by
don't know if
typing
you-
in
I don't-
Donald
I
Flynn
don't know
height.
if you noticed everybody losing their shit over every actor's height all before the
Yeah,
first season.
yeah, that
they
is funny.
really did.
I did not know.
You know,
that.
it was more about like Moraine, I think, was the one that kicked that off.
I don't
Also,
know
there
why
was a
people
lot of
feel
like,
this-
Perrin's too tall, and he's not taller than Rand, and Rand should be taller than Perrin. I'm like, they're kind of the
I
same
did
height.
like Rand taller, but the rest don't. Other than Rand just being ideal and therefore 6'3" at a minimum, I don't
So
really
we've already
care
talked
the
about
height.
Tom
Yeah, it
Cruise
doesn't
needs
matter.
to play every single Carheenan, and we'll be happy.
Yeah, Tom
It's
Cruise is
simple.
2.5 feet tall,
Yeah, it's
Right.
that
and
simple.
he looks great on the movie screen. So who cares?
Also, we've seen from movies like Tropic Thunder that he can look like a different person. put enough makeup on him,
Hollywood
he
magic.
can play anyone.
Maybe we should just do Tropic Thunder next for a Patreon episode. Just watch Tropic Thunder.
Just throw a baby off a bridge.
What if season 2? We just 3 episodes in, we're like, we've had it, and it's just 100 episodes in a row of Tropic Thunder, 1 minute at a time.
That'd be
really
some
required
painful
to spend
rackest
time.
minutes
And-
where it's
and
just
then it's-
Robert Downey on the screen.
And then it's the Tom
I
Cruise
know
and
there's a
Tropic
scene.
Thunder rewatch podcast where we just go over and over and over.
What do you think the T stood for? Tropic Wheel of Time. Yeah. Well, that's not right. Yeah.
We can make it work.
So my actual thoughts on Donald Flynn are
Yeah.
I hope the best for him. I've not heard anything bad. It sounds like it's just gonna die. I hope the best for him.
I hope the best for the
really
kid.
thought that
It
Barney
actually
Harris,
sounds like you got fired.
opposite. I wish the best for Barney Harris really because I thought he was awesome. I thought Barney Harris was fantastic in every scene. he was
Yeah,
in.
I think that's the key. I loved Barney, and I was like, I'm devastated to hear he's not in season 2, and he got the shaft in the end of the season because he wasn't there. And like, he was good, man. He was really good. Like, I liked his casting in the first place, and then seeing him in the show and how good he was just made me go like, oh, but you're not going to be here after this. Like, because we already knew before season 1 even happened. So like every time he's on the screen, you're just like, that's sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, on the note of Donald Flynn,
He
let's
looks.
see what
also
I
very
hope.
Matt
Hopefully, he's
Coffin-esque.
just as good and does a good job, man. You know.
They both look very Matt Coffin-esque to me.
Mhm, yeah, sure.
I'm fine with it. Tom, I forget where my camera is now, so I'm just.
No, you got it.
I always do the reverse. The mirrored camera just messes me up. I think.
Wait, what are you asking? Are you asking me? I
Yeah.
think it'll be fine. I'm not a small kid anymore. Do you guys remember? I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast before. Like, I used to like 21 Jump Street when I was younger.
Mhm.
And then Johnny Depp left the show and was replaced by somebody else. Whatever. Who cares? Not even the same name of a character. And then so the first season with this new guy, they start the credits. And they took every single scene that Johnny Depp was in the credits and reshot them with the new guy.
Oh yeah,
And
I remember.
and I was-
that.
The angriest I'd ever been. And he wasn't even playing the same character.
You're like, how dare they take him out?
How much time did they put into doing that? Because it's all
That
clip
was 12
scenes
years
from
ago.
previous episodes. But that aside, I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna be
Mhm,
like, "Hey, my
okay.
name's Matt," and I'll be like, "Okay." Someone will call him Matt, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I understand."
I'm now very worried about what type of script Tom looks for. Hey, my
as
name's
long
Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. Oh, hey, Matt, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I get it."
Oh yeah, it's
No,
Matt.
I mean, as long as he's passable, then let's do it.
I'm most upset about not the Matt casting necessarily, but like where Matt was left at the end of season 1. So like, I feel like they're
Yeah.
giving him a lot of like, I don't know,
Yeah, good
shoe
luck.
to fill in terms of like bringing us up to speed with the character and making us care and like,
Yeah.
because
Maybe the new guy will play him just a little less scummy. I'd be okay with that.
I don't know. You said cummy?
Scummy. Matt
Yeah,
was
you want
always
cum?
Oh.
Matt's the guy that everybody thinks is the dirtbag that isn't actually the dirtbag, and I feel like he was
Barney was playing too much of a dirtbag for real.
All the way, dirtbag all the way.
Well,
Yeah, he did get the dagger really quickly though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dirtbag was apparently everyone's parents that we never knew about. So other than that, though,
what do you think about the healing? Sticking on Matt for a second because he's covered in cum. What do you what do you think about the healing and where they did leave Matt, which was like him like ominously staring at the White Tower and like creepily walking towards it, like all evil still, and not going with them and whatever was going on with him? Is that like residual dagger shit? Does he need to be healed again? Like, what do you like? Because he was healed twice in the books. Like, you know, I don't know. Is that something that you think is happening, or like, what do you think is going on with where they're going to pick that storyline?
I don't know, because I feel like that was just written in like, well, let's show him, but we don't know. Like,
yeah, we can't make him walk into the ways because we can't, because he's gone.
Yeah,
so he's got to stay behind, and then we'll just have him like walk towards the White Tower in a menacing fashion.
I mean, I guess why not? Maybe, you know, I don't know. Did we find the horn? I forget.
Yeah, Pat and Fane has it already.
Yeah, that's already there. So that's, oh god damn it! Now I just remembered. I was like, that's fuck. I just opened up my own like, oh, here's your book of Anchor. All right,
my wrist is bleeding.
I
have an unhealed wound in my wrist from when I tried to kill myself at the end of season 1.
I'd be very curious to see how they could set the boys down the track of chasing down the horn, since the dagger and the horn together is what made it happen. Because Tarvalin,
well, Pat and Fane has Matt, the dagger too, right? Yeah,
I guess so. So maybe
he's got the dagger and the horn, so that's set properly.
What does Matt care about Tarvalin?
But they sent Rand off to like whatever. I don't even know what they're gonna do with Rand. Like Rand's just like wandering off by himself. Rand appears
to be going towards the Aiel Waste because, you know,
appears to be true. Yeah,
we're only
and we've got an Avienda casting, so he's probably going to the Aiel Waste already, which is
well.
Insane.
Avienda was seen in, you know, the wetlands.
That's true.
Her vagina.
Is that what she calls it, or is that what?
I mean, we all laugh at it, but he says
what all the stone dogs call it.
Yeah.
You guys are picturing season 2 picking up like the day after season 1, which is probably unlikely.
Not the day after, but more like just based on a general idea of like where those characters are heading off. They seem very separated. Whereas,
yeah,
like,
but I mean, the first scene of season 2 could be like Perrin and Egwene, and it's gonna be like 6 months later, which we know they like to use that already.
They did it.
And
like,
then,
like you can
and
even
then they can just be like drinking and like, oh man, I miss Rand, and he's like, hey, I'm back, bitches.
Hey, I'm Taviran. Yeah. I showed up because you needed me.
Look who I found on my travels. It's Matt.
It's been 6 months.
You probably don't recognize him because it's been a long time.
It's been 6 months.
This is most definitely Matt. Don't look at him too close in the face. Anyway,
it's been a little while. I know you grew up with the guy. It's been a little while.
I do hope that
his voice might sound a little different. He looks very different, but
they have the ability to kind of change some of their fuck ups from season 1. I'm not saying
they're not going
to do it. Yeah.
What if they deep faked Barney onto Donald's face?
That's a great idea.
Ends up like
young Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian style, just like not great, but you're like, why are they doing this?
If they announce the recasting of Matt, but it's a mannequin in the Green Man outfit, and they just green screen him on everything.
It's just, but he's wearing the costume, so you can just see the green all
it's
throughout.
Like, hands are green. Why is season 2 taking so long? It's like we're stop motioning this mannequin.
Green Man.
They put 100 actors and see who moves the most closely to Barney Harris and it was Donald Flynn. And that's why.
Oh, man. Guys, our season 2 coverage is going to crush. Are you kidding? We have to keep watching this show. We're the only one that's talking about it, honestly.
The real fucking things you wanted to know. Who's in Green Man costume?
Yeah.
So they do have like an opportunity, though, to like honestly break everyone up. Like I feel like I like a lot of the characters, not all of them, but I hated pretty much every single interaction to some degree. So like, might as well just start the diaspora and just kind of like,
Right. Okay.
you know what, Rand's over here. Although honestly, I love Matt and Rand together in the actual books because Matt's actually in the show too. Matt's wry sense of humor, if you want to call it that, even under the dagger, was still weird enough. Keep Perrin the fuck away from Rand for the most part because he's too
Yeah.
honestly, I hope they start already just separated, or at least quickly get to that.
I agree. They should start season 2 with them just separated. By them, I mean Egwene and Perrin, and by just separated, I mean just finished having sex.
There's just like that cum trail that kind of just drips apart.
Yeah, we don't need to see that part, but they're just like, and then
Well, that's
like,
under the covers.
whoa,
It's under the covers. But it's implied, Tom. It's read between the lines.
The line was.
So these other two actresses, to my knowledge, have not been revealed who they are. I can't continue. Why am I still trying to do this sentence?
I don't know. It's a Patreon, bitch.
So here's Elaine
Release like
and two other people that we don't know, and a lot of people think the middle woman might be Lanfear.
Have we never talked about this before?
We have like 100 times.
Yeah,
I feel like
I've seen this picture 100 times.
We've absolutely gone over
on the show.
Yes.
They're all Elaine.
They're all Elaine.
Yeah, as she goes through each book.
I don't know who else do we got. There's more, but I don't know.
It's actually a series of pictures of a girl that was in high school and then started doing heroin.
Well, let's talk about Avienda then. Oh man. All right, here's Avienda.
Oh, I've got casting news too. I was going to bring up. So this happened at Jordan Con, which was of course this year, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on Avienda?
I can't wait to see Avienda in the show. I don't have any thoughts.
Me
about
neither.
The casting.
Yeah, I mean, good. Like it.
This is exactly what I said we would say. You son of a bitch.
I don't feel like her hair makes sense here. I'm a little worried about it in combat.
Well, it's just it's just a headshot. We don't know what her hair is going to look like in the show.
Well, it needs to be a rat.
It's going to look short with a rat tail. Yeah,
it needs to be a rat tail.
Well, I hope so. Maybe it won't be though. Who knows?
Did we talk about the casting for?
Wait, Jono. Before you move on, that's a really good point. When we just said it needs to be short with a rat tail. If I was in charge of the show, the one thing I would probably change is rat tails on the aisle.
It was around, episode 1, episode 2 of Star Wars. He was really into the Padawans. He's like, I love that fucking braid that they got.
I would switch it to mullets, and it would be incredible.
Oh yeah, you got to make them mullets. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, now there was another
little shaved sides, a little too much hair in the back. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. And then you get rid of the veil. So it's business in the front part.
No, the veil just has like another hole in the back.
No, it's when you're hanging out with an aisle.
Your eyes are out.
Everybody in the circle.
And your mullet's out. That's how the veil works.
No, you put your back out. When you're casually hanging out, you put your backs to each other. But when it's time to kill, you turn around. It's business in the front, party in the back. Then you don't even need to spend all that costume money on veils.
It's pretty smart. It isn't.
Makes a lot of sense.
One of the casting things I want to talk about.
Physically, I think she looks great.
Yeah,
I've never seen her in anything.
It does make a little more sense than a bunch of gingers in the desert to have a variation of what people look like.
Yeah.
As a ginger in the desert, guess what we look like? We're dead.
That's true.
See this right here?
You're a dead man.
Trying to.
We can't see your melanoma scar.
It's cancer.
If they just took a shot of the waist and it was just millions of bodies flaming like it was Hiroshima. And it's like, well, it's pale redheads. It's a desert. That's it.
Hiroshima. That may be the darkest thing we ever said on this show.
It's not even close.
That's true. It's not even close. Anyway, let's get back on track. I want to talk about one of my favorite casting things I've learned about in the last couple of years, and that is the Maryland seat.
Jono, it's not. That's always relevant.
I just want to remind you guys, and I forget her name, but she's a great actress. But one of the first things she ever did was had sex with Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. That's one of my favorite.
Yes.
And
yes.
If you would have told young me, who at the time was reading Wheel of Time and watching Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, that's where this, maybe that's the right thing. Probably would have come a lot. I was a very excitable man. Still,
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You're Swan Sanchi.
Yeah.
You're the Maryland seat.
You're Swan Sanchi.
You need somebody that's going to track down the Dragon Reborn. Do you pick Moraine or Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, did you guys see, again, what happens in both the first and second movie? The second movie, he climbs up to, at the first scene, all the way to the scene of a wreck, all the way. This is me going across the road that he does. Understands exactly what happened. He's like, well, the animal cargo, this didn't happen. Like, he's a man devoted to it. It does not take him, 18 years to find the thing he's looking for. Like,
how long does it take Ace Ventura to find the Dragon Reborn?
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Which Ace Sedai would be best suited to be have Ace Ventura as a warrior?
Wait, does Ace Ventura, is he in the Wheel of Time world, and utilizing their technology? Okay, then 6 weeks. 6 weeks is good.
Yeah, he's trying.
Just travel time alone.
He's checking.
He's gonna figure it out right away, but then it's gonna take a while to get there.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff.
6 weeks.
Who would he be the best warder for?
Whoa! Why does he need to be a warder for someone? Why can't she be a warder for him? Why couldn't he?
I'm really trying to think about this for a second.
Yeah. So who? Well, is it Chessmel who loves the cats?
No, it's actually not. It's Galena Casman.
Oh, God.
We got that wrong so many times.
Wait,
probably true. Catmull. Yes, it's Galena. So it's probably her.
Wait, he's gonna be that loves cats.
It's really not. It's really not.
Galena is like the head of the Red Aja.
Oh no, yeah. All right, well,
yeah.
All right, but it's still
Chesmel.
not. It's still not Chesmel. I promise.
Like a Blackajaw cat. Maryland.
Blackajaw. Maryland Gamalfin.
Maryland Gamalfin.
Yeah.
Right.
The best part is you Google Blackajaw cat and that comes up. What a world! What a world! Yeah, so
Blackajaw cat.
He's gonna be bonded to a black internet. He's gonna be bonded to a black Aja.
No, I don't. But you would ask who would be.
Could be.
Skinny.
He would just be one of the warders that doesn't know.
What if he was bonded to Swan, and he constantly reminded her that that's not who she wanted. She actually wanted Gareth Briney then.
No, listen to this. So, Marilyn Gamalfin is skinny, blue eyes, brown hair, narrow face. It's Courtney Cox. Who does he fuck in the first movie? Courtney Cox.
I was gonna say it needs to be a green because he's so virile. He needs to be he needs to be a warrior that has sex with his Aes Sedai. That's all I'm saying.
like of all people, Jim Carrey has fucked Courtney Cox over and over in that first movie. Is really that whole scene
over and over.
Yeah, it's like all night. That's the whole point.
He also scrubbed his naked body after a man rubbed his dick on his leg.
Great movie. Should we just watch Ace Ventura? I'm all in.
Yeah, let's just watch Ace Ventura. All right, this is what I got here. Confirmed new cast members: Greg Chillingrian as Inktar. So like, Inktar's been recast, so it's this dude now.
Well, technically, he was never Ingtar, that first guy.
Theoretically, he wasn't, but he was supposed to be, and we all know it.
Yeah. Spiritually, he was.
So this guy's now Inktar. What else does Wiki have?
Oh, Twicky and Twat?
Elaine Tricand. Oh, this dude is Massima.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I want to punch that guy in the face.
I'm not in on that's not my mistake.
Don't you?
I don't know. He looks like he could, Jono. He looks like he could pull off some like some crazed zealotry in his eyes.
We'll give it a moment. We'll see. I'm not all in on that.
Natasha O'Keefe, who I just mentioned before, like we don't know who she is, but like a lot of people think she's going to be Landry. I think she could be
weird.
Olmog.
It's weird that they're not announcing it. It almost makes it seem obvious.
Mirasol also could be Olmog. Who knows? I don't know. I think these are going to be Forsaken. Whenever they're not announced, I just feel like it's going to be Forsaken. We've got a bunch of unconfirmed new cast members. Like this guy's going to be Elias. Like we kind of touched on that.
When they say unconfirmed, are they guessing at the casting, or
I think there's some like real deep stuff going on, like anal. Like people really know what's happening, but they technically haven't announced it yet.
Huh? I thought Elias was announced.
What the fuck year is this thing from you're looking at?
Let's look at Gary. It's just what wiki? I don't fucking know.
Twat Wiki?
Gary Beetle. This is Elias, theoretically.
Oh, we talked about this.
That's also not him. I just clicked on the images, just a million dudes.
Shirtless young boys.
It's a lot of Gary Beetles out there.
Joe, the FBI is going to be at your house in like 20 minutes.
I'm in.
Oh, Tom. No. That's all I have to say. Just no. I've looked up so many weird things for art references. Like I would have been arrested years ago had they been paying attention to that.
The police come to the door right now.
Sometimes I'll be like drawing something and I'll be like this with this, and I'll be like, I can't believe I just typed that. Okay, that's in my search history.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, you do look up the weirdest stuff sometimes.
So random person as novice, who cares? Elnora Sinura?
What
Yasaka? Who are these people? Bale Doman.
Oh, that's
who's Julian Lewis Jones?
Joe, will you Google what's the most vulnerable point at the Pentagon?
This is Bale Doman. Interesting. At least his image, Google search pulled up images of him.
He looks like a lot like the guy that's going to play Massimo. Also,
he's older.
This guy doesn't look heavy enough. Bale Doman's supposed to be pretty stout, right?
Yeah.
Wait, he's playing Deathstroke? What is this?
A walking barrel?
And apparently he was an Aquaman, I guess. I'm assuming that's what that's from.
All right, I'm gonna cast Bale Doman.
Do be cast in season 2. Look at that. WatchSeries.com. Good job on this headline.
I want to see what you guys think of my casting for Bale Doman and see if I should be renamed as the casting director for the show.
Sure.
Bluto from Popeye.
Perfect.
He already knows the water. He's fucking sailor.
Fucking nailed it.
He's already a sailor. Was Bluto a sailor? I don't even know.
Man, are you kidding me?
He could be a dock worker, Tom. I don't know. He's always at the docks, but is he ever on a boat?
The man just bumps into some guy whenever he's on shore.
Yeah, at a dock. It's not that weird.
It's not that gross.
Covered in tar.
Also, Bluto's mustache his facial hair is just completely opposite of what Bale Doman needs. I mean, you just need no mustache, all beard.
I mean, he's obviously gonna have to shave.
But if that mustache is a guide for what he can grow, that guy's gonna be a badass.
Wait, is it no mustache, all beard, or is it this?
It's no mustache, all beard.
I can remember.
Like it's not a goatee.
It's a chin strap.
It's a full chin strap.
Yeah. Brilliant, that is.
It's so hard to get behind that.
Yeah, I did that when I was like 19 because I couldn't grow a full mustache, and then I hit 20.
So why shave your whole face? Like, well, this is what I got.
Oh,
So
let's
this is
look
what
up
I'm doing.
Daniel. I see there's a Daniel Francis as Turok.
Oh,
We haven't talked about
Dinosaur
Dinosaur Hunter at all. Let's talk about Dinosaur Hunter.
Doing a Wheel of Time Valiant Comics crossover. He was playing Exo Manowar and Magnus Robot Fighter.
All right, here he is.
Is that what Dino? Oh, never mind.
This is Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Look at him. It's a
Wait.
small picture.
What's this guy from?
I don't know. I guess I could look up his IMDb. Let's look at his
Yeah,
IMDb.
look at his IMDb because he looks familiar.
His IMDb.
He looks way
Stay
too
close,
happy.
small. Once upon a
Oh,
time.
I watched Once Upon a Time.
I saw him in Stay Close
Who did you play in Once Upon a Time?
once.
Once
thought he
upon a
played-
time, he played. Oh, Dr. Facilier.
I don't recall it.
So who's he playing? Is it in the Wheel of
Or
Time?
Baron Samedi? Did he play two different people? Oh,
Baron Sanity.
yeah, that's a little too close for my comfort, Jono. I'm
Yeah,
with you on that one.
instantly one of the best fucking James Bond side characters.
He's way too happy to be Turok Dinosaur.
I don't know. He looks. You know what I can't imagine is Rand beating him in a sword fight.
Honestly, we watched Stay Close not too long ago, and I was like, wait, this guy? Now, I hadn't known who he was until right now. Fuck yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Other casting. We have this person as unknown. Jessica Boone as Sean Chan woman. These all don't seem very important.
Well, how dare you sexist.
Is Elsa Treehill, do you think that's replacing this one right here? Do you think that's
Elsa.
replacing Elsa Grinwell?
Well,
Else Grinwell, that is?
haven't we had the Grinwell's cast already?
So they did, but they cast her as that little girl at first. Like, even if you pause the show, it says Else, but then it doesn't confirm. In the show, they never call her that, and then they kind of said it's kind of the Inktar situation. It was kind of yeah, but we want Else later on, so we're going to change her last name, and I'm pretty sure that's Else Treehill.
Okay. So what's
Else Treehill will be Else Grinwell in the show.
Well, then show
Even
us,
though we already
show
had
us
the Grinwells and their daughter was not named Else specifically. And then, they all died.
Yeah, had it coming. Show us this Miss Treehill.
All right, we'll try. Yeah, okay. Hold on here. Let me see. Let me copy and paste it. Okay, this is what I got. Sally Salee. I don't know. Interesting. She looks again. Some of the cast looks sort of older than they should be, and I think she
more,
seems
like no offense to her, she's a very attractive woman, but she looks a little older and more put together. I was looking. Write this down. I was looking for a young slut.
I was looking for a young. You know what it is? She looks intelligent. She doesn't look like somebody that's going to be
she looks too
dicked
smart.
over by Lanfear, kind of thing.
On the other hand, I could see watch this scissor plan. I can see Elsa Grinwell and her marrying up to be. This is the quote Elsa Grinwell in the tower.
Is that?
Yeah.
Do you think she got cast as Elsie Grinwell because you can rearrange the letters of her name to spell Else twice?
Oh,
Also, stop saying Elsie.
It's
or
Else.
what?
Or once. Yeah, it's once.
Fine.
I hope that's the reason.
She just needs one more E.
We already
Else. It
Yeah,
says
we
it
already-
in my name.
we already put that to bed. There's a
Yeah.
character named Elsie in the companion, and Elsa's right above it in the companion. It's
Well,
obviously
in the show, she's going to be Elsa Tree Hill, so they're like changing her name slightly. But we all
What?
like because the Grinwells were in season 1 and they all got murdered by the Mildral. And the little girl was theoretically supposed to be here, but wasn't, and then they immediately like took that name away or something. I don't know.
we go back?
Or she was
We go
taken
back to
the tower, or not the tower, the town here in the North Blight, and then planning to buy Myrddraal for a fuck palace.
Pretty sure Matt saw her body, but I could be wrong.
That's all right. Matt's seen a lot of bodies.
I'm going to go back to my excitement level for season 2 and make it a -18.
What's your scale?
It's
Scale is 1. -18 is calling her Elsa Treehill, and -10 is calling her Else Grinwell. He would have been at a -10. But now he's at -18.
Rewriting scenes and throwing away a character and killing them and then bringing them back later. Because, wait a minute. Let's bring...
It is a weird thing to take the noteworthy character and change her name, but allowing the less noteworthy characters to keep the name.
That could have been a no-name baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
kind of what they did. I don't know why they needed to change the last name or the name at all. If they're like retracting the word Else from that character, that little girl's name that died.
Yeah.
Why not Else Grinwell is alive still and already is at the tower as a novice?
Yeah,
or
why
something, and just didn't know her family was murdered. I don't know.
It's a weird thing to just kind of take
superfluous change.
Yeah, I think that's
of which there are
problem.
Many.
It's the superfluous changes that don't have a. Again, there is a joke about the idea that you read a 15 fucking book series, like when you look into end, and you wonder why it is you don't feel the payoff in book 1. Okay, yeah. But there is a weird thing about like taking things and burning them down without obvious fucking reason for it, right? Or again,
yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, a big part of these books is that virtually every single character that Jordan writes into the book comes back at some point. They matter. They all have a backstory. They're all a thing. If you read the companion, every Aes Sedai has a ridiculous backstory. Ones you don't even remember.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna, don't throw the characters away. They matter. Yeah. Literally every single person that was on the page matters. If you want to throw somebody away, make one up. I don't care about that.
Again, the Tree Hills could die.
Make this. I think it was like this weird combination of we need them to be at the Grinwell farm because that happened in the books, and then we want them all to die, and you're just like, again, I don't understand why you didn't just make them all die and just make the one and just hold Else off to the side and be like, she's already at the tower.
Well, there's
no idea her family died.
You wanted it to be real. No, that's not what the fuck I said.
All right, it's Elsa Treehill. That's how we get around it.
1 through 2, 3 Hill.
Yeah, that's what I said. What did I say?
You were
1 for 2, 3 Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know. That scene, they could have been at Farmer Smith's house, and I would have been fine with it. I would have been like, "What?"
That's because your girlfriend's a smithy.
Even
that's why. And we all
know. If you realize later, like, oh, because we were holding Else back for something else, like that would.
Hey, I would just like to congratulate us all for recording at the exact same time at night and with the exact same clothing on as we did last week. Good job, us.
I mean,
and being at the same inebriation level.
Well, when we finished the last episode, we said everybody wear the same clothes. We did it.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, we're like, good job, us, like patting ourselves on the back, just like, good job. We did it.
My shirt.
Well, I should take a shirt off. My girlfriend's a Smithy shirt underneath it.
Somehow it's a hoodie. How'd you do that? It's an actual magic trick. Somehow you had long sleeves on under that short sleeve t-shirt.
That's what you're getting for Christmas.
Can we all get one?
Oh, no, Jono.
What other casting news we got? We can talk about the Maryland seat.
Oh, you want to talk about her? That's relevant.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this.
I don't know. I'm kind of perusing this list. Unconfirmed new cast members based on possible connections to production. Wow, that's getting real. Wait, there's a Celine? Let's see
Isn't
that person.
isn't the Maryland seat Jim Carrey's lap?
Wait, TBA Gawin Tricand. TBA. Yeah, isn't that everyone? like, you know what I mean? This person might be cast as Celine. Interesting.
I need a bigger picture too.
I mean, if they're Celine, wouldn't that mean they're Lanfear too?
No, Celine technically is a younger version, more lush, not quite as,
They're not going to play two different actors for that.
actresses.
It looks like she. It
I
looks like
think
she
they will.
cosplays as a fucking
Go on.
Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Which is
Tomb.
weird. Tomba Raider. That's what I meant.
Tom
small this
Ryder.
pic-
Tom
All
Ryder.
this picture is. It looks like she cosplays as Alias and or possibly Lacey Chabert from Mean Girls.
This
The
one.
red hair. Yeah.
Is that her in a Hawaiian shirt below it?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's her
that
right
is
there.
her
The
in the
tattoo,
Hawaiian
the neck
shirt.
tattoos. Yeah,
Amazing.
that's her with the neck tattoos.
She changes so well.
That's a really hot Lanfear.
So they hired a cosplayer to be Lanfear. Okay, well, I mean, if that's true.
Why not? Yeah.
Good job getting your big break on the Wheel of Time.
I hope that's not true.
Oh,
I mean,
I hope that's from a Halloween party or something.
oh, by the way, you guys excited to go to Paranoia?
no.
Tom should appreciate that joke.
I do, but it's so out of place, and Joe has no idea what you're talking about. What
I
are you
know.
doing?
I know. there you go. That works too.
That's what that
I
was.
just got the mustard. Am I right?
I know. I don't even.
That's
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 tWoTcast juice.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's tWoTcast
Watch
this
this.
week.
All right.
tWoTcast says Patreon.
Patreon episode.
One of those.
Yeah,
That's this episode.
that's this episode of tWoTcast on Patreon, episode 27. Is that right?
No.
I don't think that's even close to right, and I don't remember, but I feel like we were like 23 last week.
That was last week. Not earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Last week.
That's
I
right.
said it right.
That's Thank you.
Jesus, Jono. That's TWoTcast for this Patreon episode. tWoTcast theme song is brought to you by Taffy Bennington. We all love her. We all know her. She's amazing. And Andrew.
We all know him.
I'm kidding.
We all love him. He's
We
amazing.
love Andrew. He's the
Guys,
best.
They're patrons. They've heard this a million times.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like running through it quickly while
Yeah.
Jono
Fuck it.
stares at the screen blankly. All right, I'm going to keep going.
No, that's the whole
I'm
thing.
Joe.
That was
Say goodnight,
literally all
Jono.
Good night, Jono.
Jesus. And Tom.
that. Study your math.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.